There's nothing else, so we're going to continue walking to the farlands, as it all is all that there is. Here on Monday, January 20th, 2025. We left off 5 days ago at 72,936.1 megabytes. And if you've got your woofs ready, then I'm ready. And we'll wait for Wolfie to be ready.
I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching the first Enterprise on the holodeck. You know, Archer and those guys. What a story. Those guys had a long road getting from there to here.
It's been a long road.
Woof!
Woof.
Okay, I was about to say that was too early, but it wasn't. That was not too early. The woof came after the actual Wolfie woof. Good timing. Woof! Jan Skelvik, thank you for 109 months in the subtub. Saved by the woof. You were saved by the woof. Subtub. And Wolfie. Let's grab that crazy dog and continue west to the farlands. You were saved by the unnecessarily long resub alert on that one. Probably shorten that one a little bit. But here we go, continuing walking to the farlands. Minecraft Beta 173, etc., etc. Make it play the whole intro. Well, then I gotta worry about Content ID. I already had to change the Another Dimension alert to exclude the beastiest boys from the background. I can't remember if I think that's the upbeat version. Seasons 1 and 2 were kind of sad song version, and then they added like a drum track behind it to pick up the tempo. Good times. Real good times indeed. Yeah, Deep Space Nine did that as well. Because, yeah, the original intro was very low and orchestrated. I mean, it was very late 90s, early 2000s, I think, to have, like, a lyric song intro to a TV show, I feel, maybe. But that's neither here nor there. And now all the intros are like weird sketches and strange like blueprints flying over each other. And instead of like listing all the actors, they list like the 37 producers and executive producers, co-producers, consulting producers. Like, it's just all the producers' names that nobody cares about. That's the new normal. We gave some amount of money to make this show happen. We want our names in the credits. Screw those actors and writers. They didn't do anything to make this happen. Yeegs. Boink. Oh. How's it going, everybody? Whoa. We had a wild and crazy Sunday. We sorted through the girlfriend's bag of pennies. That's right. It was penny sorting day. Living it up. Any keepers? There were like, I don't know, 7 or 8 wheat. We had 7 or 8 wheat pennies. My job was to look through all the 1982 pennies. Because there's a certain type that's worth something. We didn't have any of them. Same thing with the 1969s. I think there was something happened in 1969, but we didn't, of course, didn't have any. No double dies, no off centers. We kept the wheat pennies because those are kind of rare, but the rest. And even just looking through it, even if you did have like a rare one, they're only worth something if they're like in uncirculated condition. And all the ones we had were very well circulated. Did you identify the wheat pennies by licking them and waiting for a reaction? That's a gluten joke, everybody. Thank you, Wolfie. So yeah, then we went out to look for a Coinstar to turn our pennies into real dollars, into real money that you can actually use. And these were just the pennies. The girlfriend still has a bucket full of quarters, nickels, and dimes. Juno, please stop licking your paw. Hey, stop it. I gave you your licky thing. Lick your thing. Anybody got any tiny dog socks to prevent a dog from licking their paws? Juno. That's gonna drive me mad, I'm sorry. Hey, Juno, stop it. There's nothing I'm gonna be able to do. A lost cause. I mean, it's not even the sounds. I can't really hear them. It's the fact that she's licking her paws until they're red, which adds to the problem that her feet hurt. I mean, she's probably licking them because they already hurt because of whatever arthritis or whatever, but now she's like licking them until the pads are red. I mean, we tried putting socks on her, but she just flung them off. Anyway, as I was saying to Mabel, I was saying, apparently, You can no longer get Amazon gift cards from Coinstar. That was like a limited thing, I guess. Well, that was annoying. Because otherwise, Coinstar, like, charges you 12% of your, exchange. Of your coin exchange. So what we ended up deciding on was to get a gift card at a local hardware store chain that we knew we would always use. Certainly with all the plumbing. We could have used it for the plumbing fiasco, but well, we do have a bank, but the banks also charge. Maybe not as much as a Coinstar. But yeah, banks charge, even if you have an account, to turn your change into dollars. Or, like, deposit into your account. Which is why we were looking for a way. And even credit unions. I know somebody's going to be like, why not a credit union? Yes, that's the credit union. They charge to count change. Like, if you deposit cash or a check or whatever, I'm sure they're fine. I mean, actually, I know they're fine. I've done that. But coins, they charge. Probably because they just use a Coinstar. they probably just have a Coinstar. And then Coinstar charges them. Anyway, so we went to a grocery store to use the Coinstar there. I don't know if anybody's ever used one of those before. You roll yours. See, that's another thing, that they don't accept rolled coins. Because how do they know what's inside the roll? You know what I mean? Like how they would, at least we've been told, they'd need to open up all the rolls and check what's in the rolls. You know what I mean? They could weigh them. Again, something that they'll charge for. Mine doesn't, they just take the rolls. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm about 99.9% positive that nobody would just take the rolls. You must have a very trusting bank, or you already have a ton of money with them, so they don't care. What was I saying? So anyway, yeah, we went to the grocery store, and we had like a grocery bag full of pennies, and a bag of nickels too. But we went in there like, we were like, okay, we need to guess how much we have here. So I guessed in total that we had $25. The girlfriend guessed $24. But it turns out we had like $30 in just nickels. And in just pennies, we had like $25.49. That's 600 nickels. I know, but that doesn't... It fit in like a Ziploc bag. But anyway, while we were in the grocery store, and like you're pouring money in and there's a little thing and you gotta like kind of shuffle it, and then every once in a while it stops and is like, stop, you sure have a lot of coins, give the machine a minute to catch up. So you have to like stop there and wait for a little bit. Anyway, I don't know how many of you remember the time I was in an Xfinity and got man-hugged by a complete stranger from behind. If I can give a little bit of premonition here. Oh, careful, Wolfie. Did you run into that cactus? As we were counting the change, it was me and the girlfriend were there. Somebody, like, tapped on my shoulder. Not like a normal, like, excuse me. It was like a very... Like almost a pity tap. And this guy, who had obviously just come out of the checkout lane with his change, handed me his change from his groceries. And it was like, I don't know, 65 cents or something like that. And I was like, oh, thank you. And like the girlfriend was like, thanks. We think, looking back at it, he didn't say anything. He just gave like a very like knowing, like that kind of look. We think he thought that we were like panhandlers. And like we needed the change. Yes, Wowzat, you guessed it exactly. And like that's what we were doing, is we were turning our change into cash. So that took me like a few seconds to be like, wait a minute. Yes, this couple's just got a bag full of pennies. They're here to buy their children milk with their $25 bag of pennies. Well, that was interesting and unexpected. And just one of those things. So thank you to that random person. Very generous. And just no questions asked kind of person. So anyway, now we have what we thought was going to be $25, but we have more than that in a gift card to a local hardware store. Asterisk on the word local. So any upcoming house or garden accoutrements will be covered by the pennies. I mean, you know what's expensive? Eggs. We while we were there, we're like, we need a few things. So I'm like, I'm almost out of eggs. But there's an egg shortage, the sign says, and eggs are now like $5 a dozen. Marr. Yeah, it is a bummer. Well, I mean, we were just gonna take the cash and take like the 12.5% hit. But we don't wanna let them win. They had to recall some eggs for salmonella. I mean, also the bird flu. And I say that with quotations only because the last time there was a bird flu and an egg shortage and an egg price hike, the egg industry got like 300% more profits than they ever did before, so that's questionable. So yeah, that was our Sunday. But then also, during this adventure, we were driving the Subaru, and I was driving, and the oil light turned on. I'm like, uh-oh. I mean, that's not good. But we had to stop in. Unfortunately, this was before we exchanged our pennies for real money. We had to go to a different hardware store on the way to pick up a quart of oil. Just Subaru things. No, it's not a gas. I mean, it's just the way those engines work. I mean, it's been since August since I changed the oil, so it's due. But also, it's been very cold. And yeah, they say there's no oil consumption problems with the year of engine that we have, but it's just like the size of the rings and the whatever. It uses oil. One quart since last August, or 6,000 miles ago, isn't terrible, I suppose. It's just, since the girlfriend's been driving it, I've not been checking it. This little corridor. Yeah, the girlfriend did ask, what if on our first date, like, that was the activity? If the person you were with was like, you want to come sort through pennies with me? Changing oil. No, not changing oil. You want to look for rare coins in my bucket of coins? If it was changing oil, I'd be happy to. On a first date. Oh, that's lava right there. I don't know how I didn't see that. I don't change oil until the third date. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. Whoa, Wolfie, I almost threw you down there. That'd have been bad.
You may experience the emptiness with me if you wish. Thanks.
That's also a good alert. Karamjalokal. Karamjalokal. Thank you. A new sub in the tub. A new sucker in the sub tub. Thank you very much. Sub tub. Got one. Welcome, welcome. And a gift sub. Thank you very much indeed. Very generous. Was it the pennies story? Are you feeling empathy towards the streamer with the bag of pennies? Ooh. Ooh! Alright, well, that was not smart of me. I'm fine, though. Oh, no! They donated a quart of oil. I don't know. I mean, we didn't go anywhere where it was going to be cheap. But it was like $10. $10? How much does a quart of oil cost, Michael? $10? There's also, I didn't know that we were going to be able to find it because the Subaru takes like 0 W20. New snapshot 0 W20, eh? Oh yeah, speaking of snapshots, our resident chunk aficionado did determine that that rectangle of ice in the last stream was indeed mystical, magical ghost chunks. 2 of them side by side. Which leads us to then believe in the existence of finding 2 chunks side by side that are actually, like, noticeably different. It just happened to be that those 2 chunks were also at sea level and also the same depth of water as what we saw them in, so it didn't seem too out of place. The only difference was it was an ice biome versus the biome we were in. So that's something to look forward to, maybe, or we'll never see one again. There's a wide range of possibilities. Do I regret not investigating it? No. Visually, it wasn't like a big hole in the ground or a giant tower of dirt in the sky. Wolfie? Oh no. Did I sit him down? Was he sat down? He did. I did sit him down. I gave him a bone. Dang it! Well, I don't think my boat broke, so I think I can just hop back on. This is going to do terrible things for my blocks per minute. There's that dog. Look at me, you fool. I'm trying to get a screenshot here. Oh. Alright, let's do that again. He's fine. He needed a break. Yeah, I just had to make sure that this wasn't an infinite ocean. And then he would have a place to spawn. What was I up to on Saturday? I don't remember. I don't think I made bread, and the bread did not rise. Even though I bought brand new yeast that was in the packets. Like, it still works as bread, and I still had it as in a sandwich. Around a sandwich? I don't know, it's part of the sandwich. Packet yeast! Yeah, I don't know if it's because it is winter old. Like, maybe I let it rise for like 2 hours instead of 1 hour. But then I worry that that's like too much. Overproofed. Soggy bottom. Why not just lay down? That's another thing she's doing. She's scratching at all of her beds. As if she's trying to, like, dig a hole. Or they're not comfortable. Which I could see them not being comfortable because of her... whatever bone pain she has. But then I feel like that gives her rug burn on her paws, and... It's just a cavalcade of problems. Well, I'm not using the bread maker no more. Careful, Wolfie. I thought I had it figured out when I started to put... I boiled water and then filled a bowl with boiling water and put it in the oven before turning the oven on, and then that's where I would let the bread rise. Like, that did the trick a couple of times, and like now that has stopped. Like, the yeast is like, we're onto your tricks now. That's the thing, my bread recipe does have baking powder. As like an additional boost, but that doesn't do much. Am I moving? I'm moving, alright. It's hard to tell in the ocean. Speaking of which, I should get Wolfie to spawn. Yeah, it'll just, I'm just gonna have to live through some bad bread. As I dial it in. And then once I get it dialed in, something else will change, I'm sure. Ooh, excuse me. tea. What else is up? We watched Memento the other day. The girlfriend had already seen it. I'd never seen it. For all the hype I'd heard about it previously, and as like Christopher Nolan's first-ish film, I was not fully. It didn't knock my socks off. I could see the late 90s being wowed by it, I suppose. Kind of like they might have been wowed by The Sixth Sense or whatever like that. Right, it is. It would be very simple played. The DVD lets you watch it forwards. Honestly, it seems there have been multiple Christopher Nolan films that are like, did he get this idea from Star Trek? Because I'm pretty sure there was a Star Trek episode where somebody was living each day in reverse order. And then, like, Inception is like multiple Star Trek episodes where 30 minutes equals 30 years or whatever. Yes, we did talk about the ice rectangle. Then yesterday we watched the documentary on Amazon about the amazing Randy. The Honest Liar, I think it was what it was called. That was good. I already knew about him, but I didn't know that much about him. There sure was a lot. That I can recommend. Yes, that's the one, Timo Warner. I mean, I wasn't there was a twist. Careful, Wolfie! I wasn't expecting a twist. Oh, careful, Wolfie, again. You dingus. Yeah, otherwise we've kind of been at a loss. Again, for stuff to watch. So we end up sorting pennies. Oh. Where did the coins come from? The United States Mint? Oh, beans. They're just... You don't just, like, keep a bunch of change that you get until it becomes an unwieldy pile or bag or bucket over the course of 15 to 25 years. Or work in a industry or job where tips are a thing. I fell in. Yeah, I mean, like, if there's a tips, you know, keep the change sort of a thing. So you have to keep the change. Well, yeah, and then you find out that the bank charges you to count coins. Yes, well, I mean, if we just deposited 1 cent per day, we'd be there for 3,000 days. Wolfie, go on, get. Side sleeper. Can't you just use coin rolls and they weigh it? I mean, that's what somebody else said, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. Well, that was, I mean, hello everybody who's perhaps stuck with this on YouTube. We have a bunch of new people coming into chat who weren't here for the coin exchange story. But yeah, we took it to a Coinstar. Coinstar, if you want cash back, takes like 53 cents plus 12.5% of the total. A bank, or at least the banks we've asked, will take anywhere between 3 to 10%. I mean, that was our plan. Our plan was just to be like, whatever, these are just a bag of pennies. We'll take the $5 hit or whatever. But then it turned out to be a lot more money in coins than we thought it would be. So we're like, I mean, I guess we go to the Home Depot a lot. So give me one of those, and then there's 0 fee if you get like a gift card. Well, that's the other thing. We thought we were going to be able to get an Amazon, but Amazon no longer is part of Coinstar. I mean, that was a funny joke we made because we did use a self-checkout lane that took cash. And we're like, we should have just put the pennies in here. For this $10 worth of groceries we bought. Would the cashier charge you to count them as well? No, but you'd have a line of very angry and upset, murderous people waiting behind you in line. There was an option to deposit into a bank with your debit card, but my bank that I have a debit card for was not a partner bank with Coinstar, so it wouldn't do that. And even then it takes a percent out. I also noticed you can flip around and see what the different Coinstars in your area are. And like the ones in the Walmarts, you can't exchange for Home Depot or Lowe's gift cards. Probably because they're seen as competitors to Walmart, and that's the agreement they have for putting a Coinstar in there. Capitalism. Ah, careful. Ah, dang it, Wolfie. I'll sit you down, but then I'll forget you again. Nope. That was for that comment, wasn't it? Magma. I don't think I have any room in my brain for additional scripts or trackers. It would be a one-time thing. I feel like that's more something you want. I still have to do a map export. I don't think this is a chunk, but that's weird. There's this big hole and a tree. Oh, that was weird. I like double right-clicked. Bloink. Ooh. Oh, I don't know, Minecraft. I landed on this block. Why you give me damage? Oh, and you damaged my armor. I'm down to half shirts. Who earns? Ah, it's fine. I gotta watch where I'm going. Whoa! Okay. The game's trying to kill me. That was a thing. I haven't taken a screenshot yet. Well, I guess I did. Alright, I'm gonna make one of these. And a couple boats. Wonder if Kurt has cussed before on stream and on accident. On purpose, I have. With intent. I mean, yeah, there's the flop flashback where it was falling sand that I almost got buried in, that I definitely swore.
Nice hat.
Do a swear.
Do a swear, Abby, for $5. A reverse swear jar. Here it comes. What's your best $5 swear? Butthole. Is that one no good? You want your money back. Ooh, excuse me. Right? Apparently, some of you believe I never swear. I gotta keep up my appearances. However false they may be. Got any free samples? Whoa.
Timo Warner gifted a Tier 1 sub to Swear Again. They have given 678 gift subs in the channel.
678 gift sub, Timo Warner. Wazy. Ooh. Why are you trying to go back up there if you fell? Ooh. Take that. Invasive. Ooh, sorry. Keep yawning. Dang. My sword! There's my sword. I swear, sword. I sweared on my sword. Swam to jam. That's just not possible, is it? Here's is the speaking of Middle Earth, the dwarf game. Is that any good? Is that something I should play? Return to Moria. It was like free on Epic, so I'd like ported it as one does. You know, now that we're done with Fruit Bus. Is it a single player game? Is it a Kurt game is the more prescient question. Because it's like a crafty survival game, right? Set in the Lord of the Rings dwarf situation scenario. I feel like you'd probably get about a third of the way before getting bored. Yeah, I mean, I worry like it eventually gets to be like Factorio or something like that. The complicated automation garbage that I don't care for in many games. But if it's like Astroneer in any way, you know? Oh, well. Hey. Dunk. Oh, too big. A symmetrical hidey hole if I've ever seen one. Oh, that's right, I don't have a... I'm like, why am I breaking this with dirt? Because my dang sword broke. Guess I should make a shovel while I'm at it. I make new chest plate. If I have the chance, since I'm down to half shirts, half wolfy heads. Alright, let's go to sleep and back up the world. Oh, we weren't even keeping track. Dang, that was so close. 73,004.32 megabytes. All right, you asked for it. You got it. Segment 2 of Farlands or Bust for today, January 20th, 2025. Reaching 73 gigabytes wasn't enough. You demanded more. We'll be twice as close. Yep, that's how that works. You got your woofs ready? Woof! Wolfie proclaims and exclaims. Woof again! Alright. Let's grab that dog. And kill that cactus. I forgot what we were doing. What were we doing? Finding the farlands. Well, we know where they are. We just have to get there. Morning wishlisted Steam games that don't exist anymore. But we don't even know. Oompst. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm a dingus. I disabled the thingamabob. And now I need to re-enable it. Which hopefully will work. Yes. Oh yeah, it works great. It works real great. Everything's fine. Oh, blip, blip, blip. Excuse me? That's not what I'm seeing in the game, by the way. That was just OBS. And we're back. Back in the room. That was weird. I don't know why that was doing that. Is the number still updating? Yes. All right. Cool. That happened because we're so far from spawn. You heard of the jitters. Wait till you hear of the flitters. Which is what that was. You asked for it. The second segment of Flob. Wolfie, I'm gonna need more pigs. The day you learned about larding and barding meat. I don't know if I want to know about larding and barding meat. That doesn't seem like a piece of knowledge I desire. We're also, not only are we like strapped for trying to find something to watch at night, we're also strapped for trying to find something to watch on YouTube. We ran out of all of our, gosh darn dang diddly dang it, Wolfie. All of our Japanese travel videos. Whoa, look at this place. I kind of want to go down there. Wolfie! That one's only, I think, more interesting to watch with you guys. The early American 1800s cooking. That one's not so fun to watch with the girlfriend at night. Whilst we wind down for the night. I'm talking about the I think the name of the channel is It's Time to Travel. Oh, this seems like a not good place. Hello? Oh, Wolfie! Wolfie! Would you cease and desist with this madness? I have to give you a golden apple. You know what? I'm just gonna do the killing here. I don't trust Wolfie. Of course, I gotta be careful he doesn't get in my way. Spooky pig noises. We did Lithos. And as I suspected, we didn't like that guy. The Abroad in Japan. He's fine. And certainly not as bad as many other YouTubers. But he's still got that YouTuber vibe. And it's also like the friends he has come along on his video journeys. Yeah, and now I can't not get his videos recommended on my feed. There's another guy in Japan who's like originally from Canada, who's like My Life in Japan or something like that is his name. And that one we run into every once in a while, and they can be okay. But yeah, the one you recommended, Abroad in Japan, he does a lot of like sitting down at like restaurants and like talking instead of actually like being out and like showing off the stuff. Which is what we like about the It's Time to Travel is, first of all, they never show their faces. And there's no talking. It's kind of ASMR travel. It's all, you just gotta turn on the subtitles. And it is very much them showing you the hotel or the baths or wherever they're exploring. You know, just lay down and chill out. This dog. Do I need to buy you another new bed? There you go. And that's also another thing, is a lot of these like travel vloggy video channels are very much into the food, and specifically in Japan, all of it is fish and like stuff we wouldn't eat, or a lot of it is drinking based, like alcohol, which we're also not at all interested in. Yeah, no, yeah, when we do finally have the ability to visit Japan, I'm pretty much gonna starve. It's what I'm basically gonna subsist on rice and bags of pennies. And even then, it would be sketchy because they put a lot of soy sauce in rice. Yeah, like we just like they are coming out with new videos, like maybe like once every other week or something like that. And this last one we watched, they always go to like some expensive, or sometimes not expensive, hotel, ryokan onsen sort of a situation, and they always get like meals. That's one of the weird things I noticed, at least at these fancy places in Japan, is that unless it's a buffet, if it's like a restaurant, they get their own, like, private room, dining room, that's, like, separated. As opposed to, like, our restaurants are just, like, a room full of tables. They're, like, always in, like, their own special room. Which might just be because they are travel influencers and they get the top tier service, or that's simply a more common thing. But anyway, it was like a place where they're like, the big thing was crab at this place they were at. And like one of the things was like the whole crab, like not the crab legs, I'm used to crab legs, but like the crab body. And it was just a bunch of mushy green stuff that they like boiled and then like scooped out and ate. I was like, no. No, we were both very much thumbs down on that. But it was like a big red crab, a large red crab. It was like snow crab. Or king crab, I don't know. But then, and then there's all their stuff that's like kind of cruel. Like there was one where like the fish were still alive, and they put them on skewers over the fire, like while they were definitely still alive. And they warned. That was nice that they warned, like in the subtitles about it. But it's still like, yeah, that I can't get behind. And they've also been to like a bunch of like the owl cafes and the capybara cafes and the cat cafes. And while like cute and interesting, it is based on the fact that Japan doesn't have the same animal safety rights laws as we do in the US. Boing. That's me, Wolfie. It's a whole herd of pigs. A murder of pigs. Not interested. Sorry. Oh, you're right. That was a good pig. Hey. Oh, okay. Now he's full health. We're fine. So yeah, that's like what we were watching, but then we ran out of the back catalog of that. And like every once in a while there's like an old sci-show or PBS thing about a weird animal or something that we want to know about, but those are only like 10 minutes long. Look at that tree cow. Oh. How did that guy get up there? Oh, he's coming down now. We're watching the evolution. Oh, nope. He's descended from the trees. Become a bipedal. And that was another couple videos we watched, was stuff about like early hominids and Lucy and the Neanderthals and that whole lot. Do you speedboat anymore? Not really. I mean, I do every once in a while if I remember, and it's like convenient too, but it's more of a gag than it is actually useful. It's a real gag. You can watch Flop from the start with the girlfriend. No, that's never happening. I don't even recommend watching anything older than 8 years. Bro, who even is that guy? That jerk? He's not even doing YouTube anymore. There's your speedboat. I got your speedboat right here. Oh Lord. Do love a false hidey hole. Not only does it seem like spawners are more rare. Seems like pink sheep. It's been a while since we've come across a pink sheep. Right, Mr. Skeleton? On fire randomly out and about during the daytime? I've got my own opinion. He died. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Bernie. No, I don't want any of this. Oh, here's me again. "10 years.
Palette Hands gifted a Tier 1 sub to Admiral Roche. They have given 599 gift subs in the channel.
Admiral Roche? Is that like those chocolates? Those Ferrero Roches? Thank you very much, Palette Hands, for the gift sub. Much crunchier. Got it. Feels like they had that answer lined up. They've been asked that before. Does the planet change at 60-something? My planet feels different. Well, the last planet that I've added is the moon. I haven't, done anything in a long time for the, sub badges. Well, wasn't that a real kick in the face? So efficient. Build boat, break boat. Must be the quickest way to turn planks into planks and sticks. That's a pig. That's a lot of pumpkins, so it's probably going to be 14. Oh, it's 11. 12. It's 12. It's 12. 12 pumpkins. They were just arranged so that made their numbers seem greater than they were. like a Roman battalion of soldiers. Which is a thing I just made up right now. Yes, Roman soldiers wore pumpkins to disguise their true numbers. Nope. Oh, he's still on. Nothing. That one was just for practice. Oh, I'm gonna be out of wood. Better make some more boats and then break them. Gourd. Oi. I can't. There we go. I couldn't jump because of the terrain offset. Snow. Ooh, why hello, friends. Oh, a double! Ooh, baby, a double. Spooky noises. Too bad I don't see it. We know the rules. Indeed. That'll have to do. So, TikTok, eh? I got nothing. I got nothing. It's just the whole everything is just incredibly stupid. Just the stupidity. Has gone from simply being around our ankles, now it's up to our waists. I don't really, I mean, I do talk about that sort of stuff, but I don't anymore. Like, not right now, anyway. I'm trying to avoid it for my own mental health. Scary. That's not to say stick our head in the sand. But right now, perhaps. It just don't give it the attention it wants, I guess, is what I'm saying. Dang. You ask the mods to delete something and they do it. Banned. I didn't even know I had mods. Oh, I missed. I missed again. Oh, he's got the jukes and the jives. Got him with the last one. What? He fell down there. I thought that was what was going to happen, but I'm like, there's no way. He's that dumb and stupid. Yes. Yes, there is a way. That whole thing seemed like a cave-in. Did you see the thing about the spacecraft going to Europa doesn't have sensors to see through the surface ice? Because they underestimated how thick it is. Ow! Speaking of ice. Well, I don't think it was ever going to look for life. Like, same thing with, like, the Mars rovers. They don't have instruments to, like, detect life itself. Only, like, the conditions for life. Yeah, there's still the investigating the ice plumes and the cameras can detect moving Googas. Is that the name of the animals that live there? Googas? Googans? Gungans. It's not landing on Europa, we're just orbiting it. But we still have attempted no landings there. And also, what's his name gave NASA permission to explore Europa. Despite his fictional world. Banning it. Yeah, I honestly, I can't say I haven't kept up with everything that's going on the Europa clipper, or what science instruments and specific stuff they're looking for. But it generally isn't NASA to be specifically searching for life. No, there's no they're not landing. It's just an orbit. It's just an orbital probe. Ooh, boy. Them yawns. Although I don't think it's not going to be orbiting Europa. The one thing I do remember hearing and reading or seeing is that it's going to be orbiting Jupiter a lot like Juno does. To keep itself out of the radiation from Jupiter on the long swings, transmit data, and then swing back close to do its science. Science? Okay. I don't know how I threw it all the way over there, but... Oh, boy. What do I need? What do I need, everybody? What do we all need? Need Wolfie not to spawn in front of me. Stop pushing me. I'm trying to go through that gap. Sleep. A mulligan? Are we golfing? I'm stuck. The real chessboard out there. That's weird. There's nothing strange about that whatsoever. It's like some sort of code. I have so much iron. I have 22 iron. I'm good for iron. Ooh, dang. These two segment flops really take it out of me. Ghost iron. Transient iron. Chunks. Is that something we've tried? Like, to collect blocks from a transient chunk? I feel like we have. And we can. Yeah. I don't feel like we've found anything that's, like, worth collecting, but it's like only when we, like, place a chest, we can't access the chest or see the sign that we placed. Something like a boat. And other than the last, those ice ones that I passed up, I don't feel like there have been any with water in them. Not that you need water to place a boat, but you know what I mean. Whew. Yeah, it's hard to test whether or not, like, if we sleep on one, what would happen if I died or, you know, whatever. Just because we, like, we could test that if we knew they were coming. Because then I would make a backup just before it. But it's hard to know. There's no way to, once we see it, it's like, oh, now I gotta log up to make a backup, and then you log back in and it's gone. True, except for the spawn one. Well, I'm fine. Moo. Okay, Wolfie. What a dingus. Last bed. Wait, what? There we go. My eyebrow's on fire. Ah! Boink. Spooky noises. Alright. This has gone on far enough. Oh my god. Dang it. Well, that's not a way to go. Now I wish I had more pigs. Oh, sorry. That ain't how you do it. I've fallen for that trick before. Am I in Wolfie murder range? I don't think so. I certainly only had like 3 shirts when that happened. Would not have come this way. Wait. Wait what? It's a Sarlacc pit. That's a nerdy reference. You big nerd. I was at 2.5 shirts and full health. This is safe. Don't collapse on me, sand. Move. Go this way. Oh. Didn't really take that much damage. What even did you have to fall on over there? Chicken, chicken, chicken! Any last words? Questions, queries, topics? Because that sun be setting. Uh, Maine, do you have relief having died once? What's for dinner? Do you... Yes, to all of the above. Oh. All right. Let's take a sip, go to sleep, and back up the world. Remember that time that happened? 73,072.39 megabytes.